The afternoon as keen as the anticipation. And with a nice sense of timing, England's leading man is match fit to face his first club. David Platt for Ray Parlour, who faces a cartilage operation next week, is the one change in the Arsenal team from that beaten at Bolton on Monday, their second defeat of the season. Manchester United field the same team for the third match running, and they are unbeaten since the opening day at Aston Villa. Eric Cantona awaits his 50th goal for the club, and it could well be that Ian Wright will feel like celebrating his birthday of yesterday. The referee is Paul Durkin of Portland in Dorset. Manchester United in grey, Arsenal in more familiar colours. Bowl getting a second chance. Keown. Scholes a bit for no obvious reason. Is Dixon. Paul Merson. Been some classics between these two sides, and there have also been some matches best forgotten. Cantona out to the left, the ball cleared high to the right. Not quite what Adams intended, and Seaman did well to challenge. Adams back to cover behind him, not the best from Arsenal. This is Giggs if he can get through the gap. Scholes. Well, it was a good break by Ryan Giggs. Scholes with the cross-come shot. Didn't get a touch. But twice in the match already that Giggs has made a run from midfield and enjoying the position he has at the moment. But available, so a three in the middle. Cross shot that found not the touch that Cole was hoping for on the near post. Or anybody else coming in from rather wider. Sure would love to score against the club that let him go to Bristol City. Platt looks for Bergkamp, and Owen didn't get the touch he wanted, and Bergkamp scores! Lovely goal for Arsenal. But what's this man feel about it? I'm afraid it's totally down to Dennis Irwin, who lost the ball. Platt who played it through, but at this moment Owen is the boss of the situation, that his touch let him down, and Bergkamp skipped his way through. Back pass or out of play? I think he intended to be out of play. What he did was to produce a pass for Bergkamp, who in the push and shove was the stronger, and who kept his balance quite beautifully. Bruce, right. Nicely played to Dixon. Wants the return. Bergkamp goes for the shot instead. That's a good save. Had to really stretch then. Bergkamp spurning the obvious, which was the return of the ball to Wright. Schmeichel did well. Keane. Owen. Oh, he struck that well. Hope for the wiping out the error. Away from the far post. Alec Ferguson, this match sees the end of 9 years as the boss of Manchester United. The first half of it not going according to plan. Bruce. Cantona. Cole. Got pulled a bit there, still got the shot away. And Andy Cole looks at Paul Durkin. His immediate competitor was bowled. And that's where there's a pull, and it's inside the box. And he carried on. If he'd gone down, it might have gained him more. Bergkamp just rolled off the instep. Merson. Cantona. Giggs on the right. Cole, he's put him in! Challenged by Adams. Had to wait a little bit for the ball. Couldn't swing first time to hit it. And faced by a goalkeeper who stood up in front of him. It was coming slowly. And he just allowed that extra second and allowed the challenge to come in. But twice he's almost got Andy Cole through. But well, I think that's the first time we've really seen him in the last third of the field, but it came to him rather than him coming on to it. Pallister's head, well, he did run onto it a bit, but he made a bit of a mess of it. Seemed to surprise him a touch, I thought. Giggs has made a run down to the left. Scholes on the right side. Mr. Durkin is now playing at the time he's allowed for the stoppages. Good challenge, Martin Keown. Just the one goal in the half. The poise of Dennis Bergkamp after the mistake by Dennis Irwin. But Eric Cantona was posing threats at the end, and this is not all over by a long chalk. Half-time though, Arsenal lead by 1-0. No change in personnel. The difference is that Alec Ferguson is now down on the bench. Helder. Merson. Dixon, again time for the cross. Beautifully played. And this is all as a result of the cross not being made. And here's Cole. Deflection was by Bold. Adams. Might have been construed as dangerous, but nothing made of it. Adams hasn't got it away yet. Giggs. Cantona. Cole. Still Cole. Still Cole. Combination of Winterburn and Seaman. Taken by Pallister with Keane cocking the right foot. Helder. Strike might actually hit Cole by Eric Cantona. And a real scramble. It was ended by a combination of Winterburn and Seaman. Actually, Winterburn blocked it first. Helder. Platt. Real chance here of the counter. Bergkamp, Platt has gone forward. Hasn't done that much in the match so far. Merson. Right. Great save by Peter Schmeichel, which is applauded by the man whose header looked as though it was going to go inside the post. Really wonderful save by the Danish goalkeeper. Up and wide by Adams. Back they go to their seats. Merson's cross, beautifully directed header, and he got across to turn it away. Not looking quite as calm as he did at the half-time interval. Pallister loses out, they shall not pass Adams. Sharp, hustled by Dixon. Good play by Dennis Bergkamp. Aware of where Giggs was going. Cole in the 6-yard box. Pallister to run from the right of the penalty spot. Ball between the two centre halves of Manchester United. Beckham. Pallister. And a little kindly for Arsenal. Beckham. Still Beckham. Still Beckham. Sharp Beckham. Cole again to the rescue for Arsenal. Giggs. Oh, wonderful stuff. Good block by Seaman. He got a haircut for his pains, did David Seaman. Neville slightly fortunate to take that. Goal is promised at either end, but more in the one to our left. Calmly done by Steve Bold. And here's Bergkamp. Being run by Sharp. And Sharp left as a cutaway. Bergkamp again. Helder. Giggs once more. Cantona. Beckham to Cantona's right. Giggs the other way. Cole. Cantona's made the run and it's here! But the shot wasn't. And Cantona went to collect the ball to play it back for the goal kick. That will be delayed because David Seaman needs some attention for the inadvertent haircut that he got. Beautiful ball It's a good parry. Platt stretching for it, and that's where he got the knock from Beckham. Here's Sharp. Giggs perhaps pushed a bit further forward. Clare in midfield. This is Cole. This is Cantona! Good save. Excellent reading of the move to pounce at precisely the right moment. Good ball by Cole. Taken as Cantona played it wide. Hudson. Not offside because the player wasn't interfering with play, he was running in the opposite direction. Cole was certainly onside. It's well claimed by Paul Merson. Oh! Crushed the post. Out comes Keane. Keane again. Beckham. The Irishman driving them on. Home crowd want the final whistle. Cantona. met by Dixon. And here's Bergkamp. Mr. Durkin has allowed 1 minute and a few seconds, well wasted there by Bergkamp. John Hartson actually mishit it, I think, but it almost fooled Schmeichel as a result. Goal kick quickly taken. Mr. Durkin looks at his watch. Here's Cantona. Giggs forced a little wide, but Sharp is inside him. Still Giggs. Sharp. And listen to the cheer for David Seaman. One goal suffices, scored by Dennis Bergkamp in the 15th minute. But it's quite amazing that neither goalkeeper was beaten after that. There were so many opportunities. There were good saves in 90 minutes of considerable entertainment. Huge pressure from Manchester United to save themselves. Memorable match to win. A very disappointing one to lose. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0.
No, I said yesterday at the press conference that there'll be 22 excellent players on the pitch tomorrow, and if they're allowed to express themselves to their maximum, then the game will be a cracker. And I don't think it's the managers that would suppress the players from playing. I think it was up to the players to make it a game, and I think they did that today. It was probably the calmest point of the game was the goal, because once he got himself in front, he took his time and slipped it past Schmeichel. But that's the hallmark of a good goal scorer, that he's able to relax and be cool in an area where it's hot.
I think that's the first time in 4.5 years I've seen Dennis make a mistake. So, I mean, it's not a hard word to be said about Dennis. Unfortunately, it had to be him today. But that's the way it's gone. If we make an individual mistake in our goal mouth, we get penalised, and 9 times out of 10 we lose the game.
You're a creative player, a goal scorer, and I'd be interested in your view of Messrs Adams and Bold, because they're like a brick wall, aren't they?
Yeah, I've said it before, and I think it's really true that I think I've never played with a better defense. It's just unbelievable. You see every opponent, every other team struggle against them, and it's just great when you have such players behind you.
Well, English football has been described, Gary, as something of a second-class product after Europe this week, but the fans will have loved that, won't they?
Oh, it was exciting, and it was a typical Premiership exciting game between two of the best teams. Very fast. But above it all, there were two players that actually created themselves time and space amid that madness and pinball-like fashion of the game, and they were two foreigners. Dennis Bergkamp, we just spoke there, and the other was this man, Eric Cantona, who's circled in the picture. And he was calmness personified. Here you see him drift off, and then he creates himself the space. He just comes deep, difficult to mark, sideways on. The ball to Cole, we freeze it. Is he offside? Well, Winterburn at the bottom of the picture raises his arm in Arsenal-like fashion, and it probably influenced the linesman, but it was a bit tight, that one, and Cole finished well. On this occasion, uses his strength this time. Cole flicks on, and again he takes his time, waits to pick out the path and then look at this for a ball. Cole, he just perhaps could have done with a yard more pace on it for Cole to finish better. But this is the one I like best. He's circled again there, and he's running away from the game. You think, where's he going? The action's going forward, and he's drifted deep, and you'll see the ball comes to Button. There he is, in oceans of space, and again picks out a lovely pass. Cole again turns on the edge. A good shot from Cole, good effort on the turn. And the other man was Bergkamp. Here you see, also running sort of against the flow of the play, but with a purpose. The ball gets knocked out to Dixon, gets himself on the half turn, fires in a shot that Schmeichel does well to parry. And here's the goal. Platt knocks it forward, Bergkamp forward, and now just watch Bergkamp, little flick there at Irwin. The referee didn't spot that one. But once he gets in that position, a lovely cool finish.
Now, as you know, we have people on this programme who write clubs off for the Championship from time to time.
We're talking about Alan there by any chance.
But what about Arsenal as potential champions?
Well, they don't begin with an L and end with an L, but they do end with an L. And I think Arsenal and Riot's really got them organised very quickly. But I think a lot depends on if they can keep that central defensive partnership that Bergkamp mentioned, because they are very consistent. But they're both, well, Adams is nearly 30, Bold is into his 30s, and if they either of them
last
get injured,
the season, weren't they?
yeah, but what I'm saying is, at that stage, one of them picks up an injury, they've got no real cover.
The
And I think
fence
it's
is
a
on
struggle.
top again.
Yeah.